place they call the Rose Garden in downtown Portland, Oregon, the home of the Trailblazers, where we will be broadcasting today's action live. We welcome you this Thursday evening. Hoping you're having a good one and are as excited as we are for this one. Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr joining me in the booth. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Hart. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. One of the guys we'll be reaching out for today, Anthony Davis.
And what you love about him is just the way he hits the offensive glass. I mean, he knows those are the easiest points for him when he can find a loose ball, get an offensive board, and put it back into the basket.
And, you know, he's also a tough finisher, Steve. There's very little a defender can do if he gets to within arm's length of the basket.
Taking a look at the road. Part of the schedule is going to tell us a little bit this team guys are facing a tough set of games on the road.
You know, right now for the Pelicans, they found wins really hard to come by. I mean, so far it's been the same story. They're one of the teams that is still looking for answers.
And after an offseason where they'd hoped they'd made some strides, the early returns have not been good, Clark. We'll see if they can get things heading in the right direction.
And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
Yeah, Clark, that did not look good. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it's nothing too serious.
Boy, you can't help but feel for him. One moment you're doing what you do best, and the next, the situation's really out of your hands. I really hope he's okay.
And here's Holiday. After the three-pointer from Magician. The dish to Aminu. Passes it to Gordon. Matthews with the steal. Irving drives in. Blanketed by the D. Flies to the rim for the win.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100% can't do better than that.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Monty Williams.
He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And so it's New Orleans with it. The Blazers getting the bucket. Aminu with it. Matthews covering. Aminu off the pick from Anderson. Gordon for 3. Gets it to go.
That's a big basket. You don't want to let the game get away from you right off the bat.
Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Nuggets in Denver.
Yeah, it was tough to see that one coming, really, because I thought that was a game they were going to win. Final score, really cut a lot of people off guard.
They really tightened up at the end, Steve. I think they're trying too hard to avoid the upset instead of focusing on going after the win.
And here's Holiday following the 3 from Magician. Now here's Gordon. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
Yeah, they couldn't stop him. I mean, they kept sending him to the line over and over again because, you know, when you can't stop a guy, you got to foul him. That's what they did.
That's the free fly. And again, Blazers from deep.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes there around.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think they make this even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Now here is Holiday. He's coming off a 13-point game against Charlotte.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the ball, just racking up the assists.
Gordon goes in. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew.
Now the pass to Magician. Three-pointer. That's good. Magician's got 15 points.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense. Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Trailblazers leading by 12. Irving kicks to Freeland. Back to Irving. Gives him the lead pass. And Leonard gets it to go.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
Now here is Holiday. He has hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And it's Gordon missing. Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a win against Charlotte.
And their inside strength was so apparent in that win. They were just shooting block shots, control the game, did a good job on the glass.
Very alert were they, Steve. Alert, aware, and reacted quickly to shot attempts in the post.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Smithy's checked in for Anthony Davis. Jason Smith comes in for Ryan Anderson. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Al Farouk Aminu. And it's Austin Rivers in for Eric Gordon. Here's Rivers after the made shot from Magician. 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Portland grabs the miss, getting their first of the season at this Pelicans team.
Well, somewhat surprisingly, they actually lost the season series last year, and playoff status apparently meant nothing when it came to how they matched up.
7 points for Kyrie Irving.
And that's what's making this early lead. Deadly shooting from behind the arc.
Yeah, the D better start getting out there on them, Steve, and soon.
Now here's Rivers. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte. Clark, they should not have dropped that series. I mean, that was just sloppy.
I agree with you, Kevin. I think some teams just get underestimated. Plenty of teams can give you trouble if you assume you're going to come in and use them as a doormat. You got to be ready to play every time you lace them up.
New Orleans making a switch here. Evans is checked in. Here's Magician, covered by Evans. Magician passes to Leonard. Got a piece of it. Throws it from deep. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
That's a great shot if there's 1 second left in the game.
Yeah, that would be the good time to do it. Not now, though.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Back to Smith. He dishes it to Rivers. Pockets hits. Morrow. Buries the long-range jumper. Morrow's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And off in time.
Oh, a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How did he get that to go down?
A nice release and some good concentration as well, but the biggest thing about that, a whole lot of luck.
So as we end the first quarter, already
Coming up Sunday, December 7th, LeBron James